Hi everybody, this is Rob Harris, and in this video I'm going to show you the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's the psychology of a market cycle. So people in the Wall Street market have been using this graph for a very long time, and basically what it does is it helps you figure out if you're going to be purchasing a certain stock, or in this case we're going to use Bitcoin. If you're going to be jumping into Bitcoin, where on this graph are you buying in? And it's very interesting because on the left, you're going to see the graph of Bitcoin going back to November. And when you look at the cheat sheet in the top right corner, they're very similar. And they're meant to be similar. They're not going to be exact, but it's going to give you a rough idea on exactly where we are on the psychology of a market cycle. So let's go to the left. If you notice, it starts at the very bottom and it shoots straight up. Now, I like how this is worded because these were the feelings that we were having if you go back to November and December of last year, if you were in this market. In November, we started with hope and we got into optimism, then we got into belief, then we got into thrill, and then at the very top, when it was almost $20,000, we were in euphoria. I know I certainly was. I was celebrating, and we were that close to getting to that 20,000 mark, and it was a thrill. And then, of course, the market corrected, and then we got to complacency, and then once we got to the other side of this huge rise, and now we've been on this, I guess, decline, we got into anxiety, denial, panic, and if you notice right here in the bottom, where we are right now, we're in that anger phase. I mean, I personally can't say that I'm angry because I got into this market, when Bitcoin was less than $1,000. So I'm kind of used to these cycles. But certainly, if you were somebody who just got in December, January, and right now you're probably feeling angry, well, I've got some good news and maybe a little bad news. It just all depends on where on this market cycle that we currently are, and that's debatable. So I want you to notice just the similarities of this rise and then the market correction and then all the way down to this dip on the Bitcoin side. Also on the cheat sheet in the top right corner, and you're going to notice something that kind of looks like a little M. Well, when I look at the two, I'm seeing an M over here, and then I'm seeing a deeper decline in the price, and that's what I see right here just to the right of the word anger. And then I see a nice market correction, which is what we have had recently, and then it's further dipped lower, lower, and lower. And the question really is are we at that very bottom? If you notice, and it's in like a deep red, you'll notice that the very bottom is, well, if Bitcoin's going to follow this, we're either at that very bottom right now, or we got one little correction and one more dip to go that's going to be even further and I guess more painful than what we're currently experiencing. And if that is the case, then we could see a $4,000 something Bitcoin before the market finally turns around and it goes to the next all-time high. So that's the good news, is we're somewhere either right at the very bottom, or there's going to be one more market correction, and then we got to go even a little bit lower before we finally get to the other side, and then it goes back to where it was in December, and then to an all-time high of who even knows in this market. I've heard wild estimations from a minimal of 48,000 by the end of this year to as high as 100,000. It's possible. There's no guarantees in this market, but with the way that things are going, with the way that this whole market is starting to heat up, I think that is possible. So that's the good news. So either way, let's look at this little chart in the top right corner where it shows the different peaks. Regardless of if we're at the bottom yet or not, we are at the very least, we're in this little valley. So maybe we got to wait just a few more weeks. Maybe April's going to be the month where, we're kind of just dragging along. We might reach an all-time even low for this year of 4,000 something. But if you just hang in there, don't give up, don't get frustrated, then we've got the end of April and then getting into May, which is when I think that turning point will be, and then hang on for dear life because this is about to be a wild ride. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video and just show people this who may have never seen this cheat sheet. You know, it's a good idea to get a copy of it. You can find it at wallstreetcheatsheet.com, and just get this graph just ingrained in your mind, so when you're looking at the markets and you're looking at different cryptocurrencies, you can kind of get an idea of what part of the market cycle we're in. So right now we're in the anger phase, and we're almost in the depression phase, and then it goes into disbelief, and then hope, then optimism, belief, thrill, and euphoria. Which, yeah, let's ride it out and get there this year. I'm excited. So anyways, Rob Harris, I hope you liked this video, and I look forward to making the next one. See ya. Hey everyone, I want to make this quick disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your due diligence, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. Never invest any money into cryptocurrency that you're not willing to lose. These markets are unpredictable. They go up, they go down. And other than that, if you're enjoying my videos, please feel free to share them, and I look forward to making the next one.